Oh shit! I'm having trouble connecting. All right, so I got connected to that. I think. Why is it not doing that? Oh, it is. It does say connected. Okay. Why isn't this working?
You're not allowed to go live. Keep saying you aren't scheduled to start until 9:30.
Oh, they rescheduled us because we were late. We got another 10-minute, I guess. Is that what it is?
It says you aren't scheduled until 9:30.
Oh, welcome to start early. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go live.
It says you aren't scheduled.
Oh, we've been live. We've been live the whole time. We're idiots. All right. So we are live.
That's funny.
Well. Oh, we've been live. And we know the sound works now. So, yeah, we were trying to figure that out. All right. So, hey, Hoff here. Welcome to Hoffcast. Tonight's a special episode. Special guest here live in studio, if you'd like to call it that. He's an OG. I'm gonna have to move that lamp. That's super bright, but I will do that in a moment. This is an OG. His name's Dunn. He actually opened up my eyes to a lot of things in this world, and he was my actual first partner in the podcasting world. So, welcome, Dunn.
I'm done. Yep.
He's one of my best friends, if not my best
years
friend.
ago we
He's
started.
the one crazier than me in this world, I believe.
Maybe.
And we're gonna do this the old rich list way. All these videos are gone now. I still have the remnants, but we're gonna do it old school. We're gonna
American ingenuity.
We started out with Hoff and Dunn, American Ingenuity, and it kind of became Hoffcast because we moved our separate ways. But tonight's
Hoffcast sounds better too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know. I love American Ingenuity, man. I just think that's a good title.
I mean, it does have a nice ring to it. American Ingenuity.
So how you been, man? For any old fans of the show, how you been? How you keeping up with things? What do you think about it?
Do we have any old fans of the show? I don't think so. It sounds nice though. Yeah.
Actually, one of my first subscribers of all time was on one of my recent streams. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
Maybe we do have a couple, maybe a handful.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we got some fans.
Can you hear us all right, by the way? If you're watching right now, can you hear us speaking? Because we only have one microphone. I don't know how to. We're kind of just doing this off the cuff. So let us know if you can hear us all right. If not, we'll try to adjust. How you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good. Working, sleeping, playing video games, hanging out with my daughter. That's about it.
How's your daughter?
She's good.
Daughter?
Losing teeth and growing teeth.
Well, that's part of the
crazy.
game, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the growing up
It
game
is.
right there.
It's cute. Yeah.
It's a bad time to lose teeth. It's trick-or-treat season.
Yeah.
Could you do me a favor?
She still eats
Could you
candy.
turn that lamp off for me? Because it's driving me nuts.
So you want the top one on?
No, I don't want any of them on. No, just
Let's
leave.
just try it.
Nah, it's even, well, leave it there. Sit down and we'll see. Sit down and we'll see. I think that's still too
It's a
bright.
little higher, but
It's too bright, man. We gotta keep this
too
chill.
bright.
We gotta keep this. See, someone recently was telling me that my lighting was off, so I'm trying
gives
to
them anxiety.
It is, you know. No one wants to come here and get blind.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's
But
good
we
lighting.
wear our
good enough.
sunglasses at night, regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah, did your daughter when's the trick or treating this year?
I don't know. Sometime in the next couple weeks.
There was kids trick or treating around here tonight. That's
Was
what
there
I was asking.
already?
Yeah. I think it was for a school thing though. I don't know.
Oh, I guess it is like the 20th already. So.
Yeah, but in a week from now it's the 28th.
Yeah, it's probably next week sometime.
You know, it seemed like
I might
close to
go.
Halloween.
I'll probably end up going one of the days, I reckon. I haven't been trick-or-treating in years, so.
That's what confused me about like the new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out. It's coming out in November. And I don't know why it would come out in November. because
it's a little
like
after
it's a little bit.
I mean, you can't compete with like Hocus Pocus and shit though.
You can if you're Ghostbusters
and Jason.
Ghostbusters
and
can compete with anything. I'll fight to the death at Ghostbusters easily. Especially this new one got Paul Rudd in it. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's taking Dan Aykroyd's place?
No, Dan Aykroyd's in it too, man.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, they're all in it except for Egon. No, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but they got action figures made of them already, so I guess they probably come in on the end and they all die, is what I'm assuming. And the new team, the new kids from Stranger Things.
I don't think it'll be that dark. I think they'll go into a nice, happy retirement, chasing the American dream.
I hope that's
accomplishing the American dream. Well, they are living the fucking American dream.
What is that at this point?
A fucking 401k fucking vacation. I mean,
not having to worry about your pension.
Yeah. Cheers to that shit.
Yeah,
cheers
cheers to my Social Security. I'm gonna run out. Wait,
that was a little satirical.
Way before I ever see a dime of that thing.
Yeah. Cheers, though. Yeah. It's a great idea. It's a great idea.
What is?
Social Security. If I could retire and get the money that I paid into
scoot in a little
stuff, I think that would be a great thing.
We're getting there. We go.
Oh, my wheels.
I don't know if it's actually gonna help, man. Like, I don't think it's gonna be around at that point.
Well, they got everything so fucked up. I mean, obviously. It's a good idea, though. I mean, if you could just retire and get the money that you're owed, I think that sounds pretty good.
I want to say hey to Mitz. I'm glad you can make the stream. Hope you're still with us right now. As I said earlier, let us know if you can hear us all right, and also feel free to say whatever you want in the chat. We'll discuss it. It'll be fun. We're here to have a fun time tonight.
Have a swell time.
Swell time, bro.
Pretty much. It's
an aligning of the planets.
How have you been, Hoff?
I've been doing all right, man. I'm on vacation for 9 days, so I'm in a good mood tonight. Felt a little bit of sinus infection. It's not.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Man, it's up in the air.
Up in the air?
Love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, each day is a new day.
It is,
and we're moving forward one step at a time.
I'm just excited to have some time off. I was getting burnt out with my job, bro. You know, you ever get burnt out with your job?
Yeah. You work too many days in a row or whatever, and it's
just an endless cycle. You never get, that extra time. And I want to put more effort into what I'm doing right now here with you, honestly. And it kind of sucks because a lot of times I'm too tired to put in the effort that I want to. I don't want to come on here at night and just like bore the hell out of people, you know.
Right, low energy, not feeling good, blah, blah, blah.
Low T, you know.
Right.
You ain't got low T, do you, Dunn?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
you do either. Being bald is a sign of people having more testosterone.
That's actually true, is what I've heard. Yeah.
But that could be just something low T people say.
You know. that's
I think my cousin said that to me, and he's like, bald as fuck.
Who do you think gets more pussy, bald guys or guys with really long hair like Fabio?
Probably Fabio guys.
Really?
Yeah, because they can still be goofy looking.
They have the option to be bald.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah, and they have the option to be bald still, where the bald man has no option to grow the hair. So if you got the hair, you could be bald anytime you want if you got clippers. But if you're bald, you ain't got the option to have long. I mean, I guess you do. If you could get a wig, you can get a wig any day. You know, there's a lot of people doing wigs.
You can, and it looks real as fuck.
Sometimes
no one would know until you got married, but you know.
What kind of wig would you get done
for marriage?
Did you get a bowl cut
wig? No, I would not.
I think you'd look good with a bowl cut wig, man.
I might get a nice faux hawk. I might get. Yeah, I've had it before. It was great. A couple good ones actually.
It might work for you. You're still trying to carry that old affliction vibe from the early 2000s. I probably
still could carry it pretty well. I could.
You are still carrying it.
A Dean guitar that said, I think it said Affliction on it, and it was a beautiful guitar.
Point made. Point made, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful guitar. But yeah, I mean, I still am carrying that vibe with me for sure.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You still rocking the same tunes. Actually, you going back in time with these tunes.
A little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, to the fucking 60s. Some of them,
you listen to these crooners, they look like used car salesmen. They got the pink jacket.
But he has the voice of an angel. He does look like
anyone can sing like that, man. Anyone,
no.
Yeah.
Can you sing like that?
I can't
No.
falling in love with you.
If these people heard that song, they'd be like, okay, this man can sing. What about the dude on the subway?
I didn't see that because I didn't want to hear the song a second time. You couldn't convince me.
He does a pretty great job. And it's true, okay? He does look like some fucking hobo from the street. Maybe anyone can sing it, okay? But he sounds like an angel when he sings it, I guess. So.
He's proven all my points.
Maybe it's just that song.
That's why I love having Dunn on. He just helps me prove my points through his own arguments.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. I'm the backbone of this fucking podcast.
Well, not anymore, but we used to be. We used to talk about dreams and all kinds of things, man.
Right. Oh, I've been having dreams.
Talk about some of your dreams, Dunn. I can talk about some dreams.
The one today, it was kind of crazy. Everything was on fire, and I was like in a motel room or something like that with my daughter, and then it was like there was like an oxygen tank. And I had to take the oxygen tank to somebody else's room, to a part of the little community or like conglomeration of hotels or motel rooms that wasn't on fire, and put it in there. And I was like, look, we got to keep this in here because I can't keep it even though everything's okay. It might catch on fire. And if it catches on fire, then the fucking oxygen tank's going to explode. So I was trying to preemptively prevent that from happening.
I feel like you're a hero. You're a dream hero.
I don't know.
I've been a dream hero a couple of times recently. Well, one time I have a buddy at work. I've had my buddy at work for some reason. He's a little Asian guy. I love him to death. And I don't know why I've been dreaming about him. I think maybe because he's such an adventurous guy, and I need an adventurous guy in my dreams with me. And so, like, one time he's, like, hanging off the edge of a cliff. I wanted to talk to him about this recently. I haven't got a chance to yet. But one time he's hanging off the edge of a cliff. And so I pulled him back up off of it. And then last night I had a dream where I've been playing this new game, Metroid Dread, for Nintendo. Mm-hmm. And there's these robots that chase you around the whole time. And they try to kill you. And this was a dream about that game. And he was in there. They got him, man. They got him.
Ah, shit. Ah, they got him.
The dream ended after that, man.
Well, at least the dream ended. Oh,
rest in peace, Luke.
Do you feel like he's like teetering on the edge? Did you feel like he's like teetering over the edge? I can't believe we missed that.
Yeah, he reminds me of and everyone says he wears a little hat. And he reminds me of Short Round, from Dr. Jones, Indiana Jones. Or like Data from
I never
Goonies.
Watched Indiana Jones.
Never watched Indiana Jones.
And I don't like the Goonies. Fuck the Goonies.
Hey, Mitz is here.
Oh, sorry.
Mitz, thanks for joining us tonight. How are you doing, ma'am?
Good evening.
If you can hear us all right, please let us know. Like I said, we've been asking. Hopefully the audio is okay. If not, let me. If I need to turn it up or turn it down.
Can you hear both of us? That would be great to know.
And also, if you don't want to even say anything about that, you're welcome to say anything in the comments. We're going to talk about some stuff, and we'd love to have a little bit of juice in the tank because we're just doing this off the cuff tonight. But I think it's going to be a fun time. Hear you crystal clear.
Nice.
All right. That's good.
That's a good start. Heck yeah. We're starting off on a strong foundation. I'm looking forward to where this thing goes.
So, Mitch, this is my buddy Dunn. If you missed the intro, he started like our first podcast together, American Ingenuity, American Ingenuity, and we just talked about all kinds of crazy stuff. We go into all kinds of things, and I'm hoping we can keep doing that tonight and have this kind of a reunion.
It has been the first time in a while.
Yeah. I mean, we get together a lot. It's not like we haven't seen each other since then, and we hang out all the time. But tonight we decide, let's do it. Let's go live. Let's talk about some crazy stuff. And I know you don't go live online too often to talk about things, but you got to mince your words a little bit. Cursing's fun. You can say fuck as much as you want.
Not go crazy.
But
it's not
don't
necessary.
talk too much about the VA, the the stabs and stuff.
Yeah,
You can say just say the stabs, say the jabs. You know,
they're probably onto that by now, wouldn't you think?
I mean, I'm already shadow banned.
Yeah, they're probably already on to all the lingo that people have.
I'm shadow banned to oblivion, but I do have some people who do like to watch, and I love every one of them, especially Mitz. See what Mitz has to say here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what'd you end up in the hospital for?
Been a crazy few weeks. Ended up in the hospital.
If you don't mind talking about it, I mean,
yeah,
I'm familiar with the hospital setting, so I do think hospitals are interesting and stuff like that.
That was amazingly timed.
Yeah, stuff that's going on in the hospital is pretty interesting. I want to
see that back in slow motion later.
What just happened?
We both took a drink and put it down at the same time.
Did we? Yeah. All right, nice.
We're in sync tonight. We're on the same frequency. But I hope you're.
When's the last time you've been in a? Well, yeah. Hope you're okay. When's the last time you've been in the hospital?
Me?
Yeah.
Last time I delivered pizza.
When was the last time you delivered pizza to a hospital?
5-6 years.
Was it
back when I
OB?
lived in Chillicothe?
5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. Oh no shit.
Back before I lived when we were neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was it the OB unit that you delivered?
There's a couple of them. I used to deliver where
Adina.
your lady worked.
Right.
Your baby mama.
She don't work there.
Used to.
Yeah.
Used to. But yeah, I haven't been to the hospital. I don't trust medicine, man. I don't even take aspirin. I don't have any. Yeah. Also, I drink too much to take it. My liver would fail immediately if I took 2 aspirin. I don't know, man. They say if you have more than 3 drinks a day, don't have aspirin. I'm
really?
Like, well, I'm off that
limit.
Maybe
it could. I don't know. Maybe
I'm like way above that limit right there. And I'm just being honest with you. Mitz says,
that's probably for more like.
Mitz says it's a long story, but I'll share it. First off, I'm pregnant. Well, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. That's all.
They found a mass and had to remove one of my ovaries. I'm sorry. It's a sad song. Baby is good, though. Baby is good.
Yeah, that's
the good news.
That's the good
news. I'm sorry you sometimes you're doing the world a miracle, though. And that's a brave thing to do. And that's a big thing to do is to,
sounds like a rough surgery. Had to take out one of the ovaries. Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting through it, and the baby's good. You can't ask for more, and the baby's good. That's beautiful, and I think it's gonna be a story to tell your baby, your child one day. It's like, you owe me an ovary. Hey, right. I gave an ovary for you.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Kids are awesome, really.
I wouldn't know. Your kid's cool. Your kid's cool.
Yeah,
man.
She's pretty cool. She keeps me entertained. She drives me crazy, which is great. I mean, you need all those things in your life, or your life would be super boring. So, she is great to have around. Feel like you're doing something. There's a little bit of pressure if you want, raise a person that is able to contribute to society.
A little bit of pressure?
To the world somehow.
Imagine that'd be a lot of pressure, just me. Yeah. Especially if you are me.
Right.
It's like...
you wonder.
I don't know. Me trying to raise a kid, man, I don't know.
Well, you could do it. You could. You would be a great dad. It's just you don't really want that life, but you would be a great dad.
If
but
I did end up having a child, let me tell you this, man, I would love it to death.
Well, I know.
But yeah, I'm not pursuing that, at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, definitely not without a woman. Know, man. You gotta have a woman for sure.
What?
Yeah. That'd be a lot better.
They're telling us nowadays.
No, I mean to have a baby.
No, they're not. Dude, men can get pregnant now, man.
Oh, shit. Right, Lil Nas. Was that CGI, though?
Men can't get pregnant, dude.
Right.
I was being
sarcasm. Yeah, they do. They're working on it, though. They want to make it a possibility.
They want it to be a thing. Mitz says, it was rough. I'm happy to be done with the crap, though. I just hope I can still have a home birth. I'm going to see the OBGYN Monday.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
do a home birth in the pool.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That's nice.
That'd be a lot better than the hospital.
Getting that big needle in your back. Yeah, you don't want that.
Well, I mean, yeah, epidurals and stuff. That is scary. They can paralyze your ass and whatnot.
I mean, my mom got an epidural when she had me, and I turned out terrible. So,
right.
Look at me.
It went straight to your brain.
Look at where I'm at right now.
Straight to your brain. From her brainstem to your brain.
No kids and hating my life. On vacation. Things are terrible.
Sounds awful.
It's terrible.
I hate being on vacation.
The life I live's terrible.
I hate not having any stress at home.
I'm a victim, man.
Seriously, though, in a way, we are victims. We could have more. Like, our lives should be better. But they're not terrible. But I think we could all have better lives.
That's true, but that's not the way we're heading right now. Would you agree or disagree? They want to tear our lives down. You know, the New World Order wants to tear our lives down, bro.
Separate the upper classes and the lower classes.
Everything they're doing, they're stripping away, the supply chain. There's nothing on the shelves. Gas prices going out the roof. No one wants to get jobs because they were making more money staying at home.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. There's like a new restaurant that opened up, but they had to delay the opening because they didn't have enough employees to open the restaurant.
It says enough about me. What's the news? Yeah, we'll get into some stuff. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll try to roll.
That's one thing. Restaurant
opens,
delays opening because they didn't have enough employees to open the restaurant.
I'm not.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Did you see about the In-N-Out burger in San Francisco?
No. What about them?
Well, they're not wanting to abide by the mandates that they want to throw into Cali.
All In-N-Outs? Nice.
No, just this particular one actually in San Francisco. The owner, and he might own a couple more, but he didn't. He's like, no, we're not going to get our employees. We're not going to enforce that.
It just doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
I mean, to some people, it makes sense.
To a lot of people, it's the only thing that makes sense, and that's ridiculous.
Since you're Prego, I'd like to ask you something. Have you been, and you don't have to tell us, it's fine if you don't want to. I'm just wondering, how do you feel about being with bearing child and with the vaccination process? Are you for it or against it? Do you think if you're pregnant, you should be vaccinated, or do you think if you're pregnant, you shouldn't get vaccinated for the way it might affect the child or not affect the child? Because apparently a lot of times when the baby comes out the womb, the first thing a doctor wants to do is give it like a Hep B shot. And like, why?
Yeah.
This kid's not going to be hitting puberty for like 12, 13 years.
I don't know if it is because of STDs or what it is. I don't know. But I mean, you can test the person having the baby for one.
Yeah.
Beforehand. Obviously. Right.
That's the thing.
So why would you have to just directly go to a vaccination? So somebody said that they think it might be because of circumcisions and somehow cross-contamination or something.
Well, you said a lot without saying anything.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on that?
One sentence. Cross-contamination, like somehow they circumcise another baby or something, or even from their own body fluids or whatever, somehow it gets transferred to the baby that they're circumcising.
And there's something wrong with the other baby?
Possibly, or with the physician, or
somebody
taking care of the baby.
Dang.
I mean, it could be a number of things, but they're just worried about the baby getting infected somehow. Yeah.
But when you bring the circumcision aspect into the whole thing, that's what makes it a whole different vibe. Like, we talk about food contamination, about someone picked up some food, double dipped in the salsa, and then someone else got sick. But now you're talking about foreskin being cut off.
Yeah, circumcision.
And
blood.
I don't.
That blood is part of the transfer.
Like serious. I totally know wax. I like that. I don't know if it's
Wax.
intentional, but I like. She meant the VAX.
Oh,
I declined. Yeah, she's doing us a favor here. Declined all wax from my firstborn. He only got the tetanus. Well, that's good. Yeah, the tetanus has been around for a long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've had the tetanus.
That thing hurts like a bitch, though. I couldn't imagine what that feels like as a baby.
Well, they don't remember it.
No. Well, that's true. I mean, but I do still wonder what it feels like.
I mean,
coming out all brand new and then
wham!
Oh, yeah, because it hurts my arm. Fuck.
First thing you do is get a big old slap
But
on
again,
the ass, and then
think
you
about
fucking
think about what tetanus is, and think about why they gotta give the tetanus shot.
Tetanus is got getting rust in your blood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, metal and stuff. Yeah. So they have to do that because of the technology.
What technology?
Well, just using scalpels and stuff and metal instruments.
Yeah.
So they have to.
That's not really technology.
With no technology, you would just be using your hands. Let me get that baby out of there.
Tools. Those are tools. Technology.
Yeah.
Digital.
Okay.
Circuit boards. They're just simple tools.
Yeah.
You know? There are arrowheads.
Fair enough.
Would you call that technology?
Yes. I would. I would. I mean, I know. Our brains think a little differently. I get it.
I get what you're saying as well, because it's an advancement of something. But
Exactly.
I don't know if I'd call it technology. You know?
It's not like electronic or anything like that. Yeah.
Elon Musk invented the arrowhead. Did you know that?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That motherfucker probably traveled back in time 3,500 years or more and created a fucking arrowhead and sold it to those bastards.
No doubt.
Traded it for all their furs and all their arrows.
So, what do you think about the big space race going on? Let's get deep. Let's go deep right now, boy. About with Jeff Bezos, the old Amazon guy. We got Richard Branson. We got William Shatner's going up to space. Okay. Before we get into that, we'll read the comments here. We love Mitz. She says they give an entire adult dose Hep B to the body. So, yep, as soon as it's born, find it entirely unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
We got three. One shot after he was one, just in case he hurt himself. His pediatrician keeps pestering us. Well, it's up to you, really. Keep telling him he'll be up to date by the time he's ready to enter school a little bit.
So, fun note.
They know he will be homeschooled. Right on.
Right.
Right on. I'm kind of about that
I would think that's better. Yeah, definitely. But
what do you think about the space race, man?
Let me say one thing about a pediatrician real quick.
He kind of knows his stuff.
So a kid being underweight a little bit, okay, and they were literally saying put butter on everything and give them like pretty much whatever the kid wants as much as they want and put butter on everything. And the reason they said that, which is interesting, is because they said the kid needs a lot of fats and stuff to build up in the brain and in the body, but specifically to help build cells and to build brain cells. That was pretty interesting.
Mitz says, did you see the video of Shatner after they landed? It's funny. It's funny. He was unamused. Well, I mean, I'm going to leave that up, actually. I feel like, Shatner, he had a moment where he either, in my opinion, I think he saw something he shouldn't have seen.
Like what?
I mean, I don't know if you saw.
There ain't no curve.
He said later on in videos, well, we'll get to that. He said later on in videos, just there's going to be a great catastrophe one day, and we need to watch out for that, which is weird. And then he was
but there's no fucking way he would fucking see that. There's no fucking way he would know that.
And that's true.
From that experience.
I think that was honestly just climate change BS, personally.
Well, maybe.
But the thing was, he came down and he just said that he hopes he never gets over that. I want to make a couple points clear. First of all, when they go up there, they're not really going to space.
Right.
If you take you couldn't even see it from space, how far they went from the Earth. It wasn't that far. It was a 10-minute trip, you know? They did the same thing when they filmed Apollo 11 with Tom motherfucking Hanks, who I hate. And I would fight that man for charity. I'd fight him in a boxing ring for charity, MMA style, an octagon. And they take them up and they nosedive. And they say, oh, we got anti-gravity. That's not it.
Well, planes do that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they do that. In a 10-minute trip, you do get to see a wider, vaster scope of the Earth, obviously. But from what you see in those videos, there ain't much else. And yes, go on to what you were just saying. I would love for you to go on for that for a minute.
What?
Well, what the shape is of the planet.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot of things, really, that you can talk about, but...
This man has some interesting things to say, and I would like to let him just go for a minute. Because he's been trying to convince me for a while about some things, and I would like to hear his points of view. I mean,
literally...
Especially when we're having a space race between billionaires right now.
Right. Well, one thing I said is that you will never see somebody land on the face of the moon, like the daylight of the moon, because you can look up there with a telescope, and you can, or even with a freaking video camera, you can look up there and get so close to the surface of the moon, viewing, like magnification, that you would be able to see if somebody was on the moon. So you will never see somebody land on the face of the moon. That's why China just went to the dark side of the moon, supposedly, within the last year or two. But you will never see somebody land on the face of the moon. But the first thing that really, before all this bullshit started, like before it became a fad, the first thing, like, I ran away one day and I was out of gas at a fucking rest stop. I wasn't doing very much planning, okay? Out of gas at the rest stop. And I was sitting there and I could see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time, like half of the moon right next to each other almost. And I was like, you know what? If the fucking sun is so far away, then how are you seeing half of the moon? How is it reflecting light to us? You know, half of the moon. I get
exactly what you're saying.
From our viewpoint.
If it's in the same spot, how is it hitting that?
Yeah, exactly. Because it would technically be reflecting light from fucking over here, or directly from the side, not from behind it.
I'm going to show you. I mean, like, we can't do it right now, but I did my own experiment.
Dude, I tried to show somebody that.
I did my own experiment where a light on a sphere doesn't cover the whole. This is a pinball.
No, obviously it fucking does half of it from wherever the fucking light source is.
And then it's not the whole face of it. It doesn't matter. And I can't do that. I'll do it on a different stream or something. Where I can
and where is most of it? Where is most of the light?
You can't make the whole thing light up unless the light source is right in front of it, in which you wouldn't be able to see it. Because the light source would be in front of it. You'd be between it. It would create a shadow. It makes no sense.
Exactly. It would create a shadow. Yeah. But instead, you can see straight through the moon. You can see behind the moon, because when there's stars behind the moon, you can see the stars.
I've never seen that. You've claimed this before. I've never seen it.
Like Venus or whatever, the planet.
I've never seen. Yeah. I can see where the light hits the other edge, but that still doesn't really make sense.
A star through it.
I've never seen a star through
like
the moon,
where
ever.
the other half of the moon should be.
I know you've said this before. I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
But I mean, everything they say is fucking bullshit.
I don't think that's possible. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe you got a glitch one day. You know, you kind of glitch in the Matrix.
Well, I mean, fucking seeing both the fucking moon and the sun right next to each other shouldn't be fucking possible, but it is.
Well, you know the old thing where it's like the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, and it's 400 times closer to the Earth than the sun.
Yeah.
And they happen to just line up, and you know, they make the eclipse on occasion, which that's not even plausible.
Right.
Where it's not plausible that you only see one side of the moon always, and you never see nothing else.
The stars are the same.
Yeah. Nothing else orbits the way that the moon does.
15,000 years. The North Pole has been the same.
And then Polaris, the star Polaris, it stays in the same spot. And I'm not one way or another. What I'm saying is there's a lot of interesting points being brought up with this kind of thing. A lot of things that, you know, you're taught things when you're young in life. about you. But let me finish. You're taught a lot of things in life about astronomy, the solar system, when you're a child. And they tell you these things, but they never tell you how crazy it is. All they do is tell you that's the way it is. Do you not agree with that? They're like, yeah, this is it.
Yes, they have a bunch of fucking numbers, but it doesn't fucking matter if somebody's lying to your motherfucking face and you're like, where were you this night? Blah, 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 blah. And you already know the fucking answer, but then they were like, have all these facts and all this bullshit to fucking tell you. And then they're gaslighting you, and you really don't know what to believe, but really your intuition and your heart knows the fucking truth and the facts.
You know what I think a crazy fact is, man, is the fact that apparently our orbit around the sun isn't just like a perfect circle, it's an ellipsis.
Yes.
And if that's an ellipsis, there's going to be a change in acceleration when it gets to that point at the end of it, like a football.
That's due to gravity.
And if that happened, we would all just feel like we would feel it.
Right.
I know, because like at my job, I stay on conveyor belts all day, and when they stop it, like if I'm standing on this big conveyor belt, I about
even if it's going slow.
Yeah, been on an escalator, you step off, you're like, oh, you know, like, let alone something that's spinning 60,000 miles per hour and going around an ellipsis.
Yeah.
There's weird things. Man.
Well, the Earth is rotating at 1,000 miles per hour.
Well, I don't know exactly. That. Listen to him on that. He probably knows more than me.
The sun is 93 million miles away. Yes. How could they ever know that something is 93 million miles away? That don't make no sense. It just don't. 93 million motherfucking
How do you calculate that?
Right. It doesn't matter all the fucking math you come up with. No. It doesn't fucking matter. You cannot prove that, and none of it makes sense. I don't fucking believe you. And why would all these people lie? A lot of them are indoctrinated, so they go along with the numbers that they've been given and stuff in the forms of measurement. But in reality, for fuck's sake, 93 million miles. We can't even send a picture hardly 1,000 miles away, halfway around the world. Yet we can know that something is 93 million miles away. And the moon is thousands of miles away.
You know what the best thing was?
But the moon affects the gravity, but yet things float up and down with ease, like buoyancy.
You know what the best thing ever was, bro, is whenever Nixon called the moon through a landline in 1969. That was the best.
What?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true. Well, I mean, it's not true.
But he really did?
Well, that was the story.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he picked up that red phone in the Oval Office and he called the moon on a landline, man.
Supposedly, we've been to the moon how many times? Do you know how many times the United States?
Supposedly, I know there's like the one I know of, and then we haven't been back
6 times. No, we have been to the moon 6 times according to the United States government. If you Google it, we've been to the moon 6 times. 69 to 72. Within 3 years, we went 6 times to the moon, and we've never been back since. Because, and I quote from some fucking NASA fuck, that the technology's been destroyed and it's too much of a painful process to build it back again.
Yes, I talked about this on one of my last streams.
Right.
They said that.
And that's stupid.
Yes. It says, yeah, Nixon called the moon.
It's just.
Hey, ring. Hey, what would the number for the moon be? 1-800-MOON. Hey,
555.
What's up, Buzz? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
But there was. What were you just talking about?
Well, the 6 times we went to the moon.
And that's right. Yeah. And then they can't recreate it. And I was bringing up the point that, and I shared this on one of my recent streams, that the news article was showing that we can't get to the moon because they're still working on the suits to get to the moon suits, but they could make them 50 years ago. I said, why don't you just patch them up? Just put a little fabric glue in them, patch them bitches up, throw them up there.
You could. You should be able to. I mean, they probably got them hanging on a wall somewhere.
No doubt. Well, but also Buzz Aldrin's Illuminati.
Yeah, I'm sure they all are.
I shared that picture.
And the astronauts didn't know what the Van Allen belt was.
That's right, the Van Allen belt, the radiation belt. Could you elaborate on that?
I mean, it's just the radiation belt that you have to fucking go through if you want to go to the moon.
And
it's
what happens
pure
if
radiation.
you go through it?
Well, it'll fucking, I mean, at least give you fucking cancer, but really it'd kill you at those levels in space if you weren't protected at all. And like, imagine putting yourself in a microwave.
And heat.
Right. I don't know what they were made of.
Let's share this picture right here.
Oh, doing the, I'll just do it. I'll just do
I can share it for him. I'll show it, man.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
They can still see.
I'm official, bro. I'm official.
But yeah, there's the picture of Buzz Aldrin doing the one eye. You can see he's got the.
But there's so many
just
celebrities.
Just we were talking about earlier. Right here, his ring, the star with the moon.
Oh,
right,
shit.
Right there. His watch, you know.
It's the communist symbol, too. Well, the sickle.
Look at that, man.
And the Buzz looks like a flat Earth.
It does?
Yeah,
Holy
with the pyramid.
crap,
Yeah.
Whoa, man. See, this dude that does it not?
Yeah.
Kind of.
With the all-seeing eye at the top.
No,
No, these motherfuckers are on something. They're on something different, okay? They're on something different.
Here he goes. This is why I brought him in.
Seriously. Man, people that are fucking lying and fucking just so given to their stories, they have such a hard time admitting to the truth. They would literally take it to the fucking grave if you would let them. They would.
A lot of them do.
I know, but if you don't let them, they have to fucking...
recently. Colin Powell died recently.
Right, but still, if you don't let them take it to the grave, then they have to tell you the truth.
You want to read a couple comments?
Yeah, sure.
Because I got one of my favorite guys here, Billy the Kid. Me and him chat.
Hot damn, papa!
Oh yeah, dude, you guys would love each other. Maybe I'll have him on for the after show.
Okay.
You know? He normally likes to do that sort of thing. Great guy here. He said, if you know the distance to the sun, to the moon, then the distance to the sun can be calculated. Well,
do they know the distance to the moon? Right. Okay.
He said when the moon is exactly half in shadow, the angle between the Earth, moon, and sun will be 90 degrees. Measure the angle to the sun. You have.
Hold on.
I'm trying to get the whole picture.
Go back to the 90-degree thing. First of all.
I'm trying to get the whole picture.
But when you see the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time, the angle would not be 90 degrees. Or if it was, it would be reflecting back towards the sun. Or at a different angle, it wouldn't be reflecting to the Earth at all.
Well, that's what he's trying to say here is that
the
angle to the sun, you have a right angle triangle with another known angle. That's why I was trying to get the whole thing before you jumped ahead, because I know what you do.
No, he's
still... Trigonometry gives you the length of the hypotenuse, the distance to the sun.
Right.
Mrs. Math is a beautiful thing. Look at you in the flag. Tell what? They not tell. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Oh, look at the UN flag. United Nations. That's what's going on.
Right.
Okay. I was like, we're not but
there are really, okay. So if he's talking about triangulation, yes, that's true. But then there's other people who triangulate with hotspots and stuff like that. So I don't know really what. I mean, right. I mean, how did they get the distance to the moon? Did they measure it by flying there? Because I don't think they went there. So
exactly.
How did they measure it? And if they're willing about lying about going there, right?
There's two views, man, and I can kind of see. Well, there's more than two, but just if you see it one way, everything else goes out the window. And if you see it the other way, everything else goes out the window. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard to get those things to connect.
Right.
You're talking about the same kind of subject matter there on two different sides of the same flat coin. But
90 degrees.
90 degrees is going by the model of our solar system. Well, that's what I was just saying. If that's what you believe the solar system is, but you cannot. Okay, there's a great "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" episode about believing in God or believing in science, and you take faith in both.
Is there really an episode?
Yeah, it's a great one. Maybe we'll watch it later after the stream. It's hilarious. But they're making the point that you either have faith in a religion or you have faith in science or religion, either one you want to say. And either way, you don't know because you haven't done the research. You haven't been to the moon. You haven't been in a rocket ship. You haven't been to space. You haven't been around the world. You haven't been to
So, I mean, technically, it could be whatever
you are believing
want it
what
to
they
be.
told you the model is.
Well, it's whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Also that too.
That.
Yeah. But a lot of things, when you start questioning it, it brings up questions. Then you don't know exactly what's going on.
That we've been told our whole lives don't add up. That's for sure.
Or they do, and it's just obfuscated. I like that.
But I mean, I've seen ghosts and shit too, and people would say,
"I know we've talked about it, and we can talk about
that shit that can't be explained."
I've never seen a ghost. I have seen UFOs, but I've never seen a ghost in my life. I've never seen any paranormal.
And I haven't really seen
UFOs.
And I haven't really seen.
So that's weird, right? Like, so I mean,
I think they go together. I
believe you.
Right. I think they go together.
I'm not putting that down just because I haven't experienced. Maybe we're just in tune with different frequencies.
That's what I was literally just thinking. Different wavelengths.
But we're on the same wavelength.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
So what do you think about ghosts then? What do you think that they're from a different dimension? Do you think they're from our dimension? They're residual? What do you think?
Ghosts?
Yeah. What do you think about a ghost? It's Halloween time. Let's talk about ghosts.
I mean, I think a ghost or a spirit could be a lot of different things. I think it could be a little bit of a
liquor.
It should be. Sounds like it should be. Right. Actually, alcohol is used in a lot of occult rituals. Like, they want you to drink alcohol.
Speak up a little bit, man.
Alcohol. They want you to drink alcohol for occult rituals a lot of times. But, yeah, I think a ghost can be a lot of different things. But the one I really saw, was my buddy's uncle who died in a motorcycle accident when he was like mid-30s or something. I never met the guy, but what I saw was him come out of the tall weeds, and so it was like, if you build it, they will come type thing. Like, just walked out.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah. They walked out. He walked out of the tall weeds. He was wearing like a hat and and like a flannel, like a long sleeve flannel shirt or whatever, and jeans. And he just opened the fucking back door and climbed up in like it was nobody's business. He just walked out of the fucking weeds, which is right by a fucking hillside, which is just wilderness, deer and coyotes and shit. And he walked out of that.
You told me this story 4 years ago. You told it the same way. I believe you. I believe you.
That's exactly what happened. I think that's who it was too. I mean, I think it was his spirit.
I've never seen any paranormal activities in my life, and it's not that I don't believe it. I saw the first couple of movies, but Billy Kidd says, and I don't want to debate too much on this. He says, how's the distance to the moon accurately measured? Scientists bounce lasers off the moon, and then to measure the time it takes for the signal to return. Once again, as I was saying, you take that on faith that they're giving you the accurate information of how long it takes the laser to get to the moon and back, which you've never done the research on that. I'm not debating. It's just you haven't done the experiment, and you don't know how fast the laser goes unless you just go on what they tell you how fast it goes. You haven't actually measured it. So you're taking that on faith.
But then there's also things like the double slit experiment that can't really be understood at all.
That one, I like that one. When it's observed, it reacts a different way.
That's one thing. Yeah.
Not saying the model right. I'm just saying that's where the calculation comes from. Exactly. I mean,
I don't know if I believe the laser thing though. Really,
I don't either.
I can't see them. I just don't believe it happens.
You have to take that on faith.
I don't think we can reach the moon or the sun. Yeah.
I think the moon's a lot closer than we think it is, actually.
I kind of think they're on the same level.
And I don't think the sun's nearly as far either.
I think they're like same level almost, pretty much.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
Just circulating around. The whole thing about the Earth and the sky making a clock makes a lot of fucking sense about it being a clock.
That's why a sundial works.
Right. A sundial works, and then the zodiacs and shit. And, that's how Native Americans and stuff measured time through the moons. The moon
Yeah,
cycles
sailors
are always
used them to
into the
navigate
month.
the stars, and that was
Right,
they could always
and
rely on Polaris.
If you were flying randomly through the motherfucking sky, and so was the stars for 10,000 years, they wouldn't be the same. I mean, after 10,000 years, be in the exact same fucking spots and shit.
Would you like to elaborate on some more spirits for spooky time? Since I've never seen one.
I mean, I could talk about fucking Ouija boards. I could talk about crazy shit.
Go on about that. I need a drink.
Okay, so I mean, I'll talk about the good times first, okay? So I was trying to use a Ouija board, and I was by myself in my parents' house. They were going on a cruise or whatever. And I tried to use a Ouija board by myself just to see if I could fucking talk to spirits and see what the fuck would happen. Well,
That's
nothing.
never a good idea.
Right. Well, nothing happened though. Okay.
You know, you never want to fuck with the Ouija board. You know, you just don't.
Well, nothing happened though.
We got dark and spooky in here. I'm like, Dunn's spooky time.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Okay. So I went upstairs and I decided to do a meditation. And while I was doing this meditation, it's pretty much like astral projection. I was
out of body experience kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah. Like I was in another world. Like, and I was walking with this person.
What drugs were you on?
0. Stone cold sober.
Stone cold
yes.
Boston over here. Huh?
I was like 19, yeah. So in this dream or astral projection, long story short, I ended up meeting this person, Ezekiel, and I invited him to come back to my room with me. So he came back to my room with me. That's an interesting
name, first and foremost.
Yeah. Oh, it had an impact. So when we got back to my room, I said, well, the first thing I said was, it would be nice if we could travel like that here on Earth. Oh. And he thought that was funny, just like telepathic, jumping all over the place.
You naive boy.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And then I asked him his name. He said his name was Ezekiel. So then I woke back up. I went downstairs, and the shot glass from the Ouija board was over the E instead of over the sun where I left it. I left it on the sun so that I would know if it moved. But when I came back down, it was over the E. So then I started reading the book of Ezekiel, and it talked about the people being led into captivity and stuff by Babylon, which is pretty much where we're living, modern day Babylon, and we're about to be led into captivity pretty much, is how I feel like.
So do you feel like this is a preemptive warning?
Yeah, I was like wake the fuck up. Yes, you're all fucking headed for captivity. You've all been fucked up for too long, and now you're about to, you're just going to be imprisoned. Because there's people who want total control of your lives and everything about your life and your neighbor's life and everybody else's.
So what kind of spirit do you think this was? An angel? Or
yeah, pretty much. Yes. Okay. Yes. 100%.
Because it didn't seem like a bad ghost or
no.
poltergeist.
And I do think there's angels. I think there's demons for sure. People have their demons. But angels are stronger and more efficient. And you can stay. But once you realize that you can get out of that, it's a lot easier to live life.
That's
when
true,
you're in that other energy.
That's true, and I've kind of come to that in the last couple of years myself. To be honest with you, I'm going to go into that, but yeah, it is easier to live life when you kind of see through all the fakeness of the world and everything that they're trying to force feed you.
Right.
When it comes to anything from commercial ads to Super Bowl halftime shows,
and your own mind, like your own mind,
to Beyonce, to magazines, to just anything like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's all the video games, movies, Hollywood. It's all influence in order to try to make you feel a certain way.
Right.
You know.
Oh yeah. Mind games, bro. And a lot of people a lot of people nowadays like playing mind games, and sometimes you might find yourself playing mind games with other people and you don't even realize it. Okay? And it's all because of ego and pride and also our own self-driven desires and stuff like that. But these people fucking play mind games also for the same fucking their own
straighten them Mitz's next point.
Self-desires and shit.
Magic is real. A lot of this stuff is occult magic rituals, mass rituals, much like what's happening right now. It seems like every year there's a fear factor thing going on. Right now, with the whole COVID and whatnot, but it's
because they're testing everybody. I mean, they're trying to figure out where they can go.
Yeah, they're seeing how far they can go.
Yeah, how far they can go. And
there's mandates they've been talking about for a while. They're starting to push them through, but they're scared to go all the way. I ain't having none of that crap, man. I will fight for my life, and I will fight for the right.
I mean, think about it.
To
Let's think about it in realistic terms, though. For one, forced quarantine. Okay.
Well, that's sickening.
And it's happening elsewhere. Forced quarantine.
Yeah, in Australia, it's a big thing, man.
Right. It doesn't sound good either. People don't want to do it.
If you go across the border, if you take a plane trip somewhere and you get the test and you show up positive, yeah, they're like, hey, you got to go into this.
No, it doesn't matter if you're positive. In Australia, you're still, if you travel.
Oh, I know. Well, it's only certain places in all fairness.
Right.
Like, it's not the Outback. They're not fucking quarantined. But, yeah, in like Melbourne and Sydney. And
right. It's like a couple countries in Australia. Or provinces.
That crap's crazy, dude. And they ain't got their Second Amendment over there. That's why. They ain't got their Second Amendment.
Well, people aren't. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what their gun laws are or anything.
They don't have a Second Amendment. I think every country has a constitution, but not every country has a Second Amendment.
Well, Australia is a continent made up by a bunch of provinces.
And it says if Lucifer is real, what does that mean to you?
I think Lucifer is a blanket term, pretty much, for a lot of different deities.
Yeah.
That's why Satan is called, like, what? Something of many faces or whatever. Some shit like that.
Is that from a Rolling Stones song?
No. Well, yeah, people have sang that shit, but it's from the Bible, too. Like, there's a Creed song, I Stand Against the Faceless Man, and it's all about Jesus and Satan, that song by Creed. Because he goes to the river, he sees his reflection, the face says to him, my yoke is easy and my burden is light, and that's a direct quote from Jesus. It's crazy. And then he says, Lord God, I stand against the faceless man, and the faceless man is Satan, because Satan, just like Jesus does, moves through all of us. But, I don't know. We all have faces. I mean,
I want you to speak up a little bit more because you're saying really, really good things. But you get that sultry voice. If you're going to do that, lean in.
I'll try.
Give the viewers what they want. Give them that ASMR.
That's funny because that's a synchronicity. Let's talk about synchronicity. I've thought about that the last couple of days. ASMR. I fucking hate that shit, okay? I just can't deal with people listening to them eat or whatever. But ASMR is other stuff.
Parents were like, hey, close your mouth when you chew your foods.
That's the kind of person I am. Close your fucking mouth. Right, but
I do like the sound of crinkling paper.
There's something different in ASMR. I think it's different stuff. That could be peaceful. It's like an ocean.
It's not all sexual or a mouth,
right,
yeah. Let's sound a crinkled piece of paper.
I don't know what all it entails, but there's tarot readers that are recommending ASMR for healing. So,
what's your favorite sound?
I mean, I like a good fan.
Yeah, well, that's
like that sounds okay to me. Even with a little rat-tat-tat occasionally.
Yeah, I like to pretend that's Andy Dufresne trying to get out of Shawshank.
What if he did? He probably did do that as a beat, singing to himself late at night.
No, he was waiting for the lightning bolt to hit me.
Well, but when he was digging through the wall quietly, he was probably thinking about songs.
It says those who rule worship Lucifer. They manifest. Manifest. That's a word we talked about. And I'd like to talk about right now. All right. They manifest so much. It's with energy. And we had an argument that the word manifest was either evil or not evil, and you said it wasn't. And I think it is to a point. Because
or
if you
that even doing it, I don't think is evil. If you
want to manifest, that's
I think
the same thing as occultism. And
I think
it's not going with the will of God.
I think you manifest whether you want to or not.
That you're not wrong on that, but
whether you're even thinking about it or not.
To solve and coagulate, you're trying to manifest. I think that's evil.
Those are two terms carved on Baphomet's arm.
That's why I said it.
Woo,
I know
boy.
my shit,
Woo,
bro.
Boy, all right. Woo, boy.
So it wasn't coincidence. What I'm saying is,
all right.
Like, when you manifest something, that's going against the will.
I don't think you can
the will
really.
Of God.
I don't think you can manifest somebody else's free will. I think you can use your energy to kind of influence it or whatever.
But what I was arguing is it's typically not for the betterment of man when you do something like that. It's typically for your own personal gain.
It depends. It's like, look, if I want to manifest that I'm fucking rich and abundant as fuck, it's not because I fucking want to be living this fucking life driving Jaguars with a fucking goddamn cougar in my seat. Okay, no, it's because I want to fucking be able to fucking reach humanity and help people and fucking change the world. But if you're still manifesting either way, evil or good, you're still manifesting. You mentioned
the very selfish part of that, which is driving.
That's my point.
Cars.
That is my point. You can manifest
you
that.
The unselfish part.
Think about it. How do people manifest that shit? They manifest it by vision boards and focusing all their energy on getting tons of money. Yeah, on getting tons of money, having tons of girls, blah, 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 blah. That's what all their focus goes on.
I'm going to disagree with you.
No, think about it. So then they put all their energy towards making more money and getting more physically in shape to appeal to more girls. So they do this. But it's manifesting.
That's not my argument. My argument is not that manifesting happens. My argument is that it's typically for selfish reasons and not for the betterment.
You can manifest for the betterment.
But
regardless,
what you're going back to driving a Jaguar with hot chicks.
You can do that. That's the beauty of it. Selfish. That's the beauty of it, though, is that it's equal for each person. Think about it. People who are fucking strung out on drugs. No, think about it. Think about it. Yes, true, because it's a hidden secret that they don't want people to know. If they knew everybody knew about it, then they would be fucking on everybody else's playing field. Like, playing field would be even. But they don't want everybody to know about it. So when you see somebody who's strung out on drugs begging on the fucking side of the road, it's because that's what they're manifesting. That's what they've drawn into their life by their choices that they've made over and over and over. Sometimes the world can be unfair and things are dealt to us, different obstacles and circumstances that we each have to deal with, but our duty is to fucking overcome those and to manifest something greater than what our fucking obstacles are showing us.
Trifold board with freaking a Lamborghini on it, it doesn't mean he's gonna get it.
No, but if that's what he truly desired, he would find a way not to be fucking homeless anymore. He would find a way not to be jobless anymore. Think about it. It's not preventing. No, it's not preventing him, because all he's got to do is fucking quit doing whatever he's doing and go get a goddamn job. Quit fucking sitting there fucking begging on the fucking side of the street and go fucking work at McDonald's.
They're too ruined to do that, man.
That's what they think. That's what they think. But it doesn't matter. You're starting at the bottom. Okay. You start at the bottom. Now we're here. Right? It's true.
We have the next Tony Robbins right here.
It's fucking true, though.
It's true.
That's how I've gotten to where I am. It's one step at a time. You don't always want to do what you're going to do or what you have to do, but you got to fucking do it regardless to take a step ahead. You don't always want to move forward. It looks scary.
My argument was that some of these people are mentally ill, but I know what you mean. If you're not, then yeah. You can
well, that's true, and that there should be more help for people like that. Yeah.
Some of these people are mentally ill, and that's why they're in this situation.
And that's what I mean, right? People like that shouldn't really have to worry about.
But they're out there, and there should be a place for them, but they don't want to accept it, man. Crazy, like it's crazy world, man. It's just.
I mean, there are places like that.
There are reasons why things are happening, and we're trying to solve them right now here on this podcast.
And we're doing it. We're fucking doing it. Seriously.
Cheers to that, bro.
Solving the world's problems. That should have been what this is fucking called. Solving the world's problems.
I'll probably put it on BitChute is solving the world's problems.
One drink at a time.
One drink at a time. Hoff and Dunn, American Ingenuity.
Hell yeah.
Let's read some more comments because we're way behind.
Are we?
It says, you manifest your breakfast in the morning.
True.
If you eat breakfast.
True. And you got to. I mean,
magic.
It's healthy.
And when you say magic, I think you mean magic more with the K than the C. You know, that's the more.
It's just a spiritual element. It's spiritual. People don't know.
Which synchronicity, elemental energy.
Woo.
You and Mitz also are on the same page right here. The only way to acquire through magic is with sacrifice. Oh, well, that's kind of a crazy thing to point out.
But what are you sacrificing? You don't necessarily have to fucking kill somebody or something, but you're going to sacrifice something. If you want a Lamborghini, you're going to sacrifice a lot of free time at home
is a soul worth?
or a lot of free time in the alley. You're going to be working 120 hours a week, and you're not going to be hanging out in the alley.
Do you think your soul's worth a Lamborghini?
My soul's fucking priceless, bro.
Mine's worth a Pinto.
No, mine's priceless. Priceless. People can't afford my fucking soul. Seriously.
Mine, you take mine, you're not gonna.
No, yours either, bro. People can't fucking pay for that shit. It's priceless.
You get a used Honda Civic from 2002, man. Maybe a Dodge Neon from 98. You know, one of them ugly ass things that no one drives no more.
That still runs under 10-second quarter mile.
That gets good gas mileage. And then we're in that time, you know. She also says it depends on your offering what you can go to gain through materially, which is what we were just talking about. Is there an even who judges the scale? Is that a spiritual thing? Or is that a human thing? Or is it reptilians?
So part of it is human because you are a lot of times playing off other people's energy. That's where it gets very complicated, is when you are dealing with other people. Because each person is doing this. Each person is manifesting their life. So it's like ripples in a pond.
What, do you believe in NPCs?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do, but no.
I do believe in that.
They're all, whether we feel disconnected from them, it doesn't matter.
You're not one.
Yeah, I know, but that's because I know you. It doesn't matter. I know I've thought about that. I've felt that way. But whether we feel connected to them or not, they're not NPCs. They are each part of the divine plan. Each person.
Okay.
Whether we talk to them or not. Part of my thing.
I agree, but so you don't believe in simulation theory?
Fuck no. That's stupid.
Okay.
That shit's dumb. No offense.
Offended me?
I offended you?
I said you're not offending
okay.
me. No.
No. I don't subscribe to that either. I mean, I can understand the idea of it, but I don't think that totally grasps what's going the fuck on.
You think that might be an excuse for what's going on?
It's an idea.
I think it might be an excuse.
It's an idea.
For people being brainwashed, you know?
Yeah, but it's not what's happening. It is an idea. I mean, people, I get it, used to explain, just like people have used gods and everything else to explain everything. Part of me thinks there is no gods. It's all human projection onto the world. Everything that's happened has been the result of our doing.
But then you would have to believe in the Big Bang Theory and not creation.
So here's where, okay, so obviously, right, that's not the case. Okay, there is a higher power for sure.
Well, then that completely contradicts the point.
Yes, I know. So I have thought that before, like, that there is no God, it's all human projection. But there is a lot that goes into human projection, like, that has an effect on the world, obviously. But
it's called free will.
There is the hand of God also.
Yeah,
like,
you're talking about God and free will.
When I got out of the car one time and my friend slammed the door and my hand was holding the car frame and the door slammed shut and I opened the door and I looked at my hand and my hand was fine. But I tried it again and my hand would have shattered. If the car door shut, my hand should have completely fucking shattered.
So you're contradicting yourself a little bit, man.
Well, it's a statement people make. That's what.
Well, I have a story similar. You want to talk about hands and getting injured? It's 4th of July party. I took a black. I was lighting firecrackers. You know, I tossed them out in the yard. Bang, bang. Someone handed me a black cat. And them burn a little bit quicker than those red ones, man.
That's a synchronicity.
And then, yeah, because my hand.
No, because I was listening earlier to Tara, and they were talking about black cats and shit.
That's also Halloween, so yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't heard it in forever.
I took this black cat, lit that bad boy up, man. I go to toss it just like the rest of them, and I go like this, and it bangs right there in my hand. And my whole hand went numb.
Ooh.
And I didn't see it. I immediately put it behind my back. And I was like, all right, boys, tell me if I'm missing fingers because I don't want to see it right now. And luckily, I'm not. But I thought I was because I could not feel my hand.
Did you have any residual effects?
No. It lasted like about a half hour. My hand was numb after that. But, man, dude, I thought my fingers were gone because I couldn't feel my hand.
Right.
Because it exploded literally. Probably like I just threw it and it exploded right there. And I just couldn't feel my hand at all. And so don't play with fireworks, kids. Do not play with fireworks.
That brings me back to my dream, too, with the fire and the oxygen tank.
Yeah, man.
Synchronicity, bro. Let's talk about synchronicity. What kind of synchronicity have you had in your life recently?
Dude, it's like every day, man. It's
crazy coincidences.
It's not really. I think the problem is, I used to think it was crazy every time I saw it, but now it's so common that it's just, it's just all the time now, man. I don't really have a specific point because it happens all the time. But it only happens with certain people, in my opinion, as well. You know what I mean?
Right, certain things.
Certain situations, certain people.
So I have them happen with movies sometimes. This was weird. I'll give you 2 examples, okay? This is synchronicity, crazy-ass fucking coincidences, right? So first, I watched this movie I'd never seen before, never heard of, called In Bruges.
Okay. I had that movie. I thought I told you about that one.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good movie.
On Blu-ray.
Great movie.
It's an amazing movie.
Great movie.
It's kind of
Colin Farrell and that other guy.
It's kind of Boondock Saints-ish.
Sorta, yeah.
Not like it, but it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
Great movie. So I watched that, and at the end of the movie, the guy dies. And when he dies,
spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys dies, and he leaves like a testament or a will in a note, like on a paper. Okay, He leaves a will on a paper pretty much right before he dies. And then right after that, I watched this movie Ashby, another movie that I've never heard of at all, with Mickey Rourke. Never heard of this movie. And at the end of that movie, same kind of thing. Like in this one, he's like an ex-CIA agent killing people. In the first one, they're hitmen. In this one, he's an ex-CIA. But right before he dies, at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, he fucking leaves a will and testament. I couldn't tell you the last movie I saw that ended with a will and testament being read, but those 2 fucking movies,
do you think that means to you?
I watched back and back.
You should leave a will and testament to your
I think it's no. I think it's shedding your old skin and moving forward in a new
Hey, Dunn, I'm going to
life.
give you the floor for a minute here. And if you want to read comments, just go over here and click them.
Okay.
And I just need to go to the
All right, I'll tell you another crazy synchronicity. I watched, what's that movie? What's her name? Something that happens in the swamp. People get killed. Keanu Reeves is in it. Well, anyway, in that movie, she's talking to her grandma, who's a ghost, okay? And her grandma looks at the sky, and it's a nice sunny day. And she says, "Oh, that sure is some storm brewing." And then the lady looks at her grandma and says, "Well, Grandma, it's a nice day." Well, then I watched Legend of Bagger Vance right after that. And in that movie, Will Smith looks up at the fucking sky and it's a nice sunny day. And he says, sure is some storm brewing. And then guess what? There's a fucking storm later in the fucking day. Pretty crazy. 2 movies in a row that both had ghost-like figures look at a clear sky and forecast a storm. Yeah, pretty wild. All right, well, let's see what y'all are talking about. If you don't have the willpower of true desire, you won't accomplish anything. That is true. I mean, figuring out what you truly desire is kind of tough. That can be a little bit of a sticking point because you're kind of each day here nor there. Like, I want this. No, I don't. I want it. I don't. I want it. I don't. So that makes it difficult. I think that's part of the thing of like having a vision board with a freaking car on it or whatever. You're seeing it every day, telling yourself every single day that that's what I want. And you're going to make yourself have it.
How you holding up, bro?
Great. How are you holding up?
I'm doing great.
The judge of the scale depends on the entity you are trying to use. That could be true.
I asked what the scale was for good and evil manifesting, you know.
I think it's one cosmic scale. But, I mean, there does seem to be...
What do you... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What? I just did the Illuminati. What do you think about like a universal? It kind of ties back to what you were saying earlier when you were defending that there were no NPCs, like universal consciousness, where we're all.
That's what I mean.
In an ocean.
There's a balance. Yeah. Maybe you can't fucking escape it. It's like the saying, good times create weak men create hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create strong men
my last 15 years.
Well, that's fucking crazy. It's a crazy saying, but think about it. If you're manifesting each of those things,
I just think life goes through cycles too.
When you're think about it, you're trying to create the good years. What are you picturing? Your son or daughter living a great life and blah, 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 blah.
I'm picturing me owning my own ball pit.
What kind of ball?
Yeah, ball pit like a McDonald's. I want my own play place.
Okay.
That's my future.
Well, that would be nice.
I want to manifest that. No kids allowed. Just me and my dog. And maybe you. You might be a little bit too big. You might be too tall.
I mean, I would go.
You might be too tall for it.
200 pounds, 185-ish.
Hey,
I'll jump in there.
Cheers to that, man.
Yeah, I'll jump in there.
I can afford new balls.
What's next?
The book of life is already written, but if that's true, is there really free will? Well, yes, God gives us free will. He gives us the choice in order to believe in the book or not, you know. It's not that he's forced every human to believe in what he's saying. Obviously, if you look at the world, that's clearly not true. If everyone did believe in every word of the Bible and everyone read it every day, it would be a much different place. I'm not saying it would be better, but it would be different for sure.
I think people need to read the Bible.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't see.
I think it would be better. But
I don't know how people can be so mean to each other. Sometimes, I mean. People a lot of times.
Fuck you, Dunn.
No, people do deliberate. Whew. That was mean. It was mean. Yeah, people do deliberate harm to people though, like serious harm. Not circumstantial. It's like they plot shit out. Huh?
I didn't want to get back into
you were about
circumcisions. I thought that's
okay. No. All right. Next comment. Where are we at?
There's a God. There's a hierarchy under him, and that's what us.
Angels.
Or the angels and us. Right?
Angels and us. There's demons and stuff.
Yeah, it said there's like 6 levels of hell, 7 levels of hell, or some shit like that.
I think it's 8 or 9, according to Dante.
Synchronous life shows you're on the right path, and that's what I've always said, man. I've always said when you get the synchronicity, that means you're you're picking up on things, that you are on the right path. This is my favorite comment of the night so far. I love you, Mitz. I love you so much. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Try to analyze why life is having you pause to keep the moment. It's a sign. That's beautiful.
I do.
That is beautiful. That's my favorite comment I've had, I think, ever on any of my streams. Period. I think that's my favorite comment of all time.
That is how I
Thank
tend
you
to
so
look
much.
at
That's
synchronicity.
exactly what I think too. Yeah, it's amazing. Shedding the old to new is transcendence. Transcendence can be a tricky road, depending on the way you go. You know?
Right. I mean, either way, it's tricky, but you're going to have external or internal triggers, maybe.
So the law of attraction is you can already feel what it's like to have what you want. It makes that much easier. The path opens up. That's, Mitz, if you ever want to come on my show, I always put my email in there. Let me know. I'd love to. I don't know if you would like to come on live, but I would love to have you live because you know it. You know what's happening. So, I don't know what she's saying there exactly, but I appreciate the kind words. And we're very.
You said something good.
Very grateful to have a guest like you on here, and I'd like to have you live sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I really would. Really would.
That would be cool. Definitely.
I got another guest coming up in the next week. I used to do this sort of thing, man. I'm starting to do it again. I like the guests. I like talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure it makes things a little better.
I can rant for 2 hours on my own.
Hey, what did I write down?
I can rant for 2 hours on my own, no problem. But I think it's funner, and I have a better time when I have someone with me. That's all I'm saying.
You don't win no silver. You only lose the gold. What do you think about that saying?
Let me get to this real quick.
Okay,
sometime soon, Mitz. Yes, absolutely. I'll have you. I'd love to. You spoke about free will. That was what I was talking about. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I kind of listen to Free Will by Rush. It's a good song. But yeah, you never. Let's get back to what Dunn was saying.
You don't win no silver, you only lose the gold.
And that can come from a competitive point of view, but also I think it comes from a point of view of just being a better person. You know.
Mm. I kind of see it as you're achieving what you desire. What do you desire? I don't know. People, it's...
Do you think that, and I will tell you straight up, man, when I was young, I thought I could be anything. Now I can't be nothing. But I know that things were not truthful to me. But the life that I want now is way better than what I wanted when I had those delusions.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. I had these delusions of like, oh, I'm a musician. I can play guitar. I'll get out there. You know, I can play anything. Not really.
I don't think that's delusional.
But a lot of people do have that. No, it is delusional because
I think if you really wanted to do it, you could have done it.
I did do it.
Yes, but you could have taken it farther if you really wanted
that
to.
particular band, I'm not going to specifics,
right.
You know,
but I do think
for
if you,
reasons,
I think that you just got to that point and then I think you found out that wasn't really what you really wanted. Ultimately,
I don't think I want fame. Or
that's
money.
the thing. Like that's what people want, and then they achieve that.
That's what I'm saying earlier. Like, I was thinking like the whole time I play guitar, I was like, I'm gonna get so good at guitar, man, just like a million other kids. And I'm gonna get so good, and I'm gonna play for bands. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna slay the puss, you know. And you know,
but think
I got
about
5% of that.
Think
you know,
about
I
it.
did do some of that. You know, I was in a band. I was in a cover band, and you know, I've had my fair share.
The people who really want that do achieve it. The people who really want it achieve it.
And that's not true. That's not true. Only some do.
Yes, those are the ones who want it that bad.
That's not completely true.
I kind of see
crap
it
is
that
on the
way.
radio, that
Yes.
none of these people even write?
Yes.
It's not because they were put there.
And they're tested. And
Yes,
they
they're
are
a
willing.
good artist, but they will never be.
No. I mean, they're willing to conform to what certain criteria.
Yes, you can play
are.
music. You can be in a band, and you can have some success.
That's the point.
If you're talking about being on iTunes charts or being in a mansion or being rich or anything, no, they're all.
It's harder.
These are rich kids who were easily fed into this, and a lot of them don't have talent. Honestly,
a lot of them weren't rich
out
kids,
there
though,
that don't even make it, that are way better than a lot of these bands that you see.
Yeah.
And the fact is, man, it's literally about nepotism. A lot of it.
Nepotism, cronyism.
Well, I mean,
it's oh brother, where art thou?
I'm just being honest, man. Like, that's what a lot of it is. You have to have either a lot of money or you have to have a foot in the door to make it in that part of the system.
Yeah.
You can be on the independent part, and if you want to get
well, that's the thing. That's what I mean. People have to, they have to conform to that. Yeah.
It's very hard to make it without that backing, but once you do, your soul is sold.
Like, think about it. Luke Combs or somebody like that, who comes from dirt, and then they get to where they are.
I don't know anything about his background.
They are kind of selling their souls.
I can't say anything about him because I don't know about his background.
Right. But these people are kind of,
when you get that much. But not all of them either. But and so on some level, yes.
They got to be doing something.
Yeah.
To be playing the fucking Grammys or putting out #1 hits on the radio.
Illuminate confirmed immediately.
Right. But there's a lot of lower tiers to it as well. Just like talking about there's a hierarchy, Same thing with the human realm as well. There's a hierarchy.
And it says second place, first loser. If you ain't first, you're last.
It's true. If you ain't first, you're last.
You be second, third, fourth. Hell, you can be fifth. I was high when I said that, right?
Hell, you can be
Music
fifth.
industry is a cult controlled. This is I've done videos on this, and I plan to do more. I've got one in the works that's so big that I can't even wrap time around it because it's going to be like, actually, I'm on vacation now, so this week, boys and girls, it's going to be coming out. Hopefully, I got a big one about a cult in the music industry. You need to sell yourself to become big. Last time music was a real reflection of people was grunge. Well, even that, you got Kurt Cobain and Chris Cornell. Kurt Cobain, both of their deaths are pretty controversial. Yeah. So I don't know about that. I think ever since the 60s, as we were saying earlier before the stream, that music kind of got owned by the CIA a little bit.
The mainstream shit, they got control of the radio waves.
Yeah.
They're pushing what they want people to hear.
A lot of these songs are written by the same people over and over, man. That's why they all sound the same. And it's the songs are spells now. I totally agree with that. Wet ass pussy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cardi B. This all is. It's a cult ritual magic. It's lowering people to a different lower frequency where you cannot love like you should be able to love people. You know what I mean? Like
it's totally materialistic.
Yes, 100%. It's all about lowering the frequency, not knowing. This is all brainwashed. It's literally all brainwashed.
Your body. You got
There's spells back in the day.
crazy.
There's always been spells. Jim Morrison, dad was in the the CIA. That's true. That is 100% true.
It is.
How crazy is that? That shit in the 60s, man. All this crappy music.
And he looks like Chevy Chase. He looks like Chevy Chase. That's a weird one.
That's true. I need to look more into that. But
it's a weird one. It is a weird one.
Mitt's spitting the facts out here on Hoffcast.
It's a weird one. He looks like Chevy Chase. His dad was a part of the CIA.
Chevy Chase ain't even his real name. It's a town somewhere.
Look
it up.
There's a town, Chevy Chase?
Yeah, like Chevy Chase, Michigan or something like that. I can't remember the state. I could look it up right now, actually. All right, well, while he's taking a break, let me give a chance to just say thank you for watching tonight. I do appreciate that anyone is here and dealing with us. We'll be reading more comments. We'll be having some more fun. This is just a fun time tonight. And I'm having the man here back with me who's gotten me into a lot of this stuff. And if you just like and you're having, even if you don't agree with everything we're saying, if you're having a good time, give a like to Dunn at least. Even if you don't like me, give a like to Dunn. Hit the old thumbs up for him. I'm gonna chill a little bit there, but we're gonna be getting into. It looks like we have a new guest here as well, Pope Chewbacca Cabras the Fourth. Hey Hoff, like my Halloween costume, pretty sweet, huh? I mean, it's. Everything that I just read right there was a mind fuck. Pope Chewbacca Cabras. First of all, we're talking about maybe the El Chupacabra mixed with the Pope, mixed with the Chewbacca, mixed with Wookiees, and then the fourth. That means there's a lineage involved. And then you get the picture there. And if that's a Halloween costume and not Photoshopped by any means, that's pretty much the greatest costume of all times. And no one will ever be able to beat that costume. But that's just incredible. How you doing, Pope? How you doing, Pope? Dunn's back. I need more drink. Go grab us some drink while you're up. That's right. I tell him what to do.
I gotta do it. I got to do it.
It says 808 frequency is pumped in most music. That's Kanye West had an album called 808s and Heartbreak. Pope said, nailed it. Well, I appreciate it, bro. You're talking to me or whatever. You nailed it. You nailed it, man. And this is Hail Pope Chewie. Do I not know him? Is there another Wookiee in the stream, or is it the same Wookiee that I'm used to? I like, Wookiee Supremacy normally shows up, but
different Wookiees.
I guess a lot of Wookiees like to show up unless it's the same one, Wookiee Supremacy, if that's you, let me know. I'd appreciate it. If not, then I like having a whole clan of Wookiees. It's like Kashyyyk over here. I should change my channel name to Kashyyyk Cast.
Pineapple mango, that shit's good.
Let me have a sip of that.
It's good, bro. Vizzy.
Daddy's gonna have a little sip of this Vizzy here. I'm not a fan of mango, but I do like some pineapple on my pizza.
It's good.
What do you think about pineapple on pizza, bro?
If we could do it now, I would.
Damn it, you always.
I know. It's not too late. It's 11
too
o'clock.
It's too late.
Bullshit, son.
It's too late.
Bullshit.
We're live, don't you? Hey, no, you're gonna ruin the show. We're not ordering pizza on the show, bro.
Well, I'll see if I can do it online.
There are people watching, man.
It's okay. Keep talking.
So we got 2 Wookiees. All right, we got. I guess I'm renaming my channel to Kashyyyk Cast. It smells good. So Pope, how you doing? How you doing, man? How you feeling tonight? I'm about to try this mango shiz.
It's good. Hawaiian?
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, I mean Hawaiian pizza.
It tastes like a pina colada.
It's good.
If you like pina colada. Oh, you joke with me. It is Wookiee. Right on, bro. Right on. Sorry, I thought I read that wrong. My bad, man. My bad. No, I'm not doing this.
You don't want to order pizza?
We're live right now. Put that shit away.
All right. We could order pizza. Okay. We won't. Manifest.
Well, manifest it on your own.
I'm trying to manifest pizza, bro.
So Wookiee Supremacy is here, and yes, that I like your Halloween costume. I love it, bro.
So what's next?
Well, man, we can talk about whatever. If someone wants to put something in chat, I mean, I like to talk about a little bit of. You didn't even know what Let's Go Brandon was earlier.
Yeah. Fuck him.
You know, let's go Brandon sweeping the nation. If you didn't know it, you know, it's like the fuck you, Biden.
I mean, people are writing it on fucking...
I work for a company that pulls trailers in weekly and daily, excuse me. And a lot of people have been writing "Let's Go Brandon" on the back of them, and I'm loving it. I got the pictures. I'm not gonna put it up here. I gotta put it on Google Drive or something. But maybe if I'll put it on the Insta. I don't normally do the Insta. What kind of social media you do, Dunn?
A little bit of Facebook. That's it. Yeah.
What do you think about Donald Trump making his own media site? Like a Twitter?
It's cool, I guess.
Will you sign up?
Nah.
I'm going to sign up. First day.
First day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on that thing.
I mean, it might be sweet. I don't know.
I want to be on that thing because, you know, it's about a year ago, like we were saying earlier, when we went to the rally.
Mm-hmm. It was badass.
When I do the edit of this, I'll put the pictures of us in the rally, at the rally.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are good pictures. We looked good that day at the rally. Everyone looked good at the rally, man. Especially Trump, man. Fine looking people out there.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to do shit anyway, regardless. So. Don't really matter if he creates website or whatever the fuck he does.
You're not pro social media, even if it's for Trump?
No, not really. I mean, I like being able to talk to people, I guess, or keep in touch with people, but that's about it.
Wouldn't you like to keep in touch with Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
If I could find out, if I could, you know, get a discount on the hookers he was fucking. No, I'm just kidding. And that would be nice. Stormy Daniels hit me up with a free night.
That bitch is a liar, dude.
Right, right.
Card, man.
I don't know what the story is.
Mrs. Admiral Rachel Levine. Do you know about Rachel Levine? Really?
I don't think so.
Well, let's look her up.
Her name sounds familiar.
She's a terrible person.
Is she like an ESPN analyst?
No, well,
that sounds like a chick's name.
Yeah.
Rachel something or other.
No, Rachel Levine is the greatest health expert in our country, bro.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to see it. Turn it off. Okay. I saw enough. I get it. I remember. Okay. Fuck. Oh my gosh. I remember.
There she is in her freaking. She's in freaking military clothing, and so is this other guy. I can't remember his name.
If anything, this should be an insult to women. 100% an insult to women. If anybody thinks it's anything other, I really do not understand your brain, and I'm never going to. Yes, but an insult to women at its very core. A man posing as a woman, and people are like, "This is the strongest woman of the year."
This is terrifying, my man. This is really scary. And they're like the national health expert. They're the least healthy person I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Her mental health is not very good.
Oh, look like Bruce Valanche, dude. You know Bruce Valanche?
No. That guy?
Is there a comparison? There has to be. There has to be.
It's all
my keyboard sucks.
Yeah, I know. I noticed.
I jizzed on it too many times, man.
The world is a stage for sure.
There we go. Bruce Village.
Was she fucking voted in? No.
No, man.
Exactly.
My keyboard is the worst.
That's part of my thing is they should have more voting. They should be.
See, do you see the comparisons? There's Bruce Valanche on the left, and there's Rachel Levine on the right.
Well, yeah, definitely. They could be the same person. They could be the same person.
I don't see a left or right.
No, I don't
on
think
this.
so.
Well, I don't see an actual edit on this, but I think I'm right on it. You know. Bruce Valanche is funny though. That's an insult to Bruce Valanche. Hollywood Squares back in the day, man. You ever watch that?
Yeah, it's
Game
been a
show?
while. Been a while.
I think William Shatner was on there once or twice.
You're shitting me. Ah, back to the Shatner thing. I did watch that. Man, I don't know. I mean, of course it would be fucking crazy going that high up. I mean, that'd be fucking
There's
nuts.
no doubt. You know, I've been in an airplane once or twice. It is
But
crazy.
going even higher than that, yeah, it'd be crazy. But I don't think, they're orbiting space.
Do you think space is fake and gay?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Most of it. Yeah.
What do you think about Antarctica? That's one of my favorite.
I don't know.
topics.
I don't know.
Do you think it's a realm around?
That would be easy to find out. So
What do you think
people
might
should
be
figure it
something
the fuck
outside of
out.
that? If it is, do you think that's where the aliens come from?
If
Maybe
it
a
were
realm outside of
like that,
Yeah.
then, like, I mean, if you went west from California and south from fucking South America, you would arrive at two different points. But if it really were a globe, you would be a lot closer than you would be if it was so it's easy to test. You know, it'd be easy to fucking do. Crab fishermen could fucking do it probably.
What about crabs?
Crab fishermen could probably test. Find crab fishermen. Tell us if the earth is flat.
Man, so now you're going against what we were saying earlier, though. You were saying a crab fisherman could say that the Earth is flat.
Yes, if a
We're
crab
saying that,
fisherman sails
you can't
west.
detect a laser going to the moon.
That's not physical, like I hold it in my hands. I can whack it with my Peter evidence.
So
That's
now
something
you're
I
making
just came
points.
up
Now
with.
you're
Whack
making
it with my
points.
Peter.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah. Can I whack it? Okay. Yes.
It's true.
So
I can
crab
whack it with my
fishermen-
Peter.
Exactly.
There you have it, folks.
Exactly. So if they sail west from, I mean, fuck. If they sail west from California and south from South America, yeah, they would wind up thousands of miles.
Why do you
probably.
think Amelia Earhart got lost? Didn't she get lost? There's one of them ladies who flew around the Earth. She got lost. Someone got lost. Am I wrong? They never found her, Amelia Earhart. They never found her. She tried to fly around the Earth.
Right,
They never
right.
found her, right?
Right.
Am I wrong on this?
No, that's true. They never found Amelia Earhart.
I might be wrong. I think
Okay, so what I mean is south from California and south from South America.
What about emergency flight landings that don't add up to where they could have a...
Right, they're going to land in Alaska or whatever.
They go to a whole different country.
It don't make sense.
Let's read some comments. Wookie says, keep an eye on Stand-Up's channel. Go ahead and promote yourself. So, feminists believe men are better at everything, including being a woman. Well, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner won Woman of the Year, and she wasn't even a woman for a year.
Right. I mean, how do people think that's okay? I don't know.
It ain't your daddy's puppet show. Well, I don't know what this is going on here. I feel like we're behind a little bit on these.
Maybe.
We gotta get some stuff. I've been very surprised at what a puppet is able to get away with, saying that a person can't. That's true. I mean, I got my freaking strings all over Dunn right now. He's saying pretty much what I can't. So I'm using him. Even though my channel will suffer regardless, so there's no real advantage to it. But
Keeping you humble. I'm here to keep you humble.
I don't know what this photo is. I don't know how to copy it. So I'm sorry if I can't show it, Mitz, because I don't know how to copy that over. I'm looking forward to listening. We're enjoying the music, especially if it's talentful. I don't know.
I have talentful music. I don't know.
We're going to be working on some music tonight, me and Dunn, actually. We dabble a little bit in the music realm. We have a recording, but we don't get together enough to actually make something happen. Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to record music. It does. You know what takes more time? Figuring out how long a laser gets to the moon and back. Just saying.
I mean, it would take a while. It would take a while.
So, Doug, you never seen no UFOs? Never seen something funny in the sky?
No, not really, other than the sun and the moon.
What do you think about the Pentagon and the government saying UFOs exist?
I believe they're...
What if the government said... Well, okay, I'll let you go.
I just believe, of course, they're going to say that.
Let me say this. I believed UFOs were more real and aliens were more real before the government came out and said that they were. Honestly.
Right.
When they came out and said it, I was like, oh, well.
Now I kind of feel like it's like
well,
false
maybe,
flag.
Yeah.
Right.
What would you think if the government came out and said ghosts were real?
A lot of people would just accept it, probably.
Well, don't you think that's what's happening with the UFO thing?
But the reason they won't is because same thing with the UFO, it opens up a whole new realm. But the UFO thing, I think they feel like they can kind of control, because if you really think about it, like ghosts are a lot of times like people's family and shit like that, but an alien is something completely none of us know anything fuck about. So they have total control of the information about which we receive for aliens.
If you're gonna whisper, get in there.
But ghosts.
I'm trying to help the viewers, man. They're
people have right. So they have to be careful with what they say because people each have their own experiences with ghosts and with aliens.
That's true. How many do you think are drug induced?
Well, a lot for sure. Probably. But there's a lot that aren't. So a lot of cases with kids and shit that you can't explain. So the kids weren't out smoking fucking peyote or drinking peyote or smoking crack. What
example do you have of a kid?
All the 411 shit or whatever. Like David Pilates, 411, kids going missing, and then they find them a couple days later 1,000 or hundreds of miles away or tens of miles away through rugged country that a kid could never travel.
If they're trying to survive and trying to get back home, they don't know where they are.
Man. No, little kids going tens of miles through the mountains. It ain't happening.
I could when I was 8. I could climb Mount Everest.
Maybe.
That's just me, though.
Right. Just me. And a lot of weird stories, but... Yeah.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Just that these motherfucking bastards are trying to take control of every fucking thing. They're trying to control everybody.
Everything is a conspiracy theory.
I think they are trying to control every single thing. They're trying to control every single person.
Dude, the choppers are outside right now. They're coming for us.
It's what I think. They are trying to enslave mankind, pretty much. The whole why, I can't quite understand. That's the only thing.
Well, I think because, man, it's beyond us, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I think, like with God and the devil and stuff.
But not only that, I think I'm not gonna say it, but I will. Reptilians. Maybe.
Well, that's God and the devil and the Antarctica or the Archons and shit.
You've seen where the Pope speaks in that church, right? It looks like a big serpent head.
Yeah,
Everything, the whole religion aspect is almost more satanic than the Church of Satan. Sometimes, man, it's crazy. Especially, no offense to Catholics, but man, that's creepy stuff there going on with the Catholics, the Pope, and whatnot.
And the Jews.
The Baptists, we just get drunk. We just get drunk as hell. And, there ain't nothing better with that. But, because the rest of us barely see what's going on.
No, but I do feel like people have a warped sense of humanity's existence. And they're like, you're going to hell. You're going to hell. all the shit you done, you're going to hell. And people have this hatred and animosity towards each other. I feel like they really don't understand the Bible. And yeah, there's a lot going on that people don't know.
Well, I don't think anyone understands the Bible. That's why there's so much debate about it, you know?
Right.
No one really understands the Bible. Put that on a t-shirt. No one understands the Bible. You know? Some people claim they do, but how do you feel about, like, you know, talking to someone and then, you know, like a priest, you know, and then you confess to a priest and they talk to God and they get back to you from God and they're like, hey, God said this, you know, and they get back to you from that.
One, I do believe that
like
each person, okay, I do think can connect with God, obviously. Some people are weaker in that aspect and they don't have that intuition and that ability to connect with God.
But now you're saying there's God, and you earlier you're saying gods were numerous things. So
that's what people think, yeah. I think all of it's true. I think there are multiple gods, but I do think there is a supreme consciousness as well, a supreme force or law that oversees everything. But I do think there is a hierarchy as well.
Yeah.
So when you talk about people, though, I do believe there are some people who are stronger spiritually and are more able to connect with God. I do think there are some people who are weaker spiritually and do seek to go through a priest or somebody because that person may be stronger connected to God. But yes, that can be corrupted and it can be abused and whatnot. But I don't necessarily think that it is totally false. I don't think that it doesn't have a purpose. I think that it...
But after all the history of that's happened, I mean, you're looking at the odds against that being a positive thing, not being a positive thing at this point.
Because it's become too centralized. It's become a centralized thing. I mean, it used to be local.
That. You know, I believe that it's always been corrupt. Personally.
For one, I think that that's what they want us to think. There's a lot of truth that it has always been corrupt, but I don't think that it's been as bad as they make it sound. I think that there have been righteous rulers. If you were a ruler, you would be a righteous ruler. If I was a ruler, I would be
corrupt.
Right, but they're not righteous rulers. If you were a ruler, think about it. Think about it. In the 1500s. Okay, but if the thing is, it's not as corrupt as they want. Like, it's not the system and the idea of what they have isn't as bad as what it is. It's like if you could have...
I wholehearedly disagree.
If you had good people with good judgment, that's the whole thing. If you had good people...
But you admitted that it is in a bad place.
It is in a bad place. But if you had good people with good intentions and good judgment...
I mean, the whole world's ifs.
Yeah.
So you do agree that there is a lot of corruption in religion?
Well, yeah. 100%, easily. But I do think that obviously there could be good out of it as well.
There is. But
Yeah.
It's buried, man. Because the money's not in the good.
That's my point.
The people who do the real good are in it for the money. That's why That's why Joel Osteen exists.
Right.
That's why Joel Osteen exists. He won't even let people into his stadium during a mass flooding. And he is a false prophet, in my opinion. A lot of these people are. You're making this money, and you're making money off God. And it's more of a cult to me when you start trying to gather people for the same view, for a religion or for a God that you don't truly understand, but yet you're trying to tell them that you know what God is saying. And you still gather all these people, you take all their money, give me your seeds, you have to sow your seeds. Give me $1,000 today, God will sow your seeds. It's all fake.
Right, that shit don't
It's all
make no
fake.
sense. Right.
And you got Joel Osteen out there selling books. The man is a Satanist. He is. Joel Osteen's a Satanist. That's the way it is. The man has no love in his heart.
And what about the Pope?
But love in your heart. The Pope is, well, that is a status symbol of one of the worst, like, that's like the highest degree of Freemason in the Vatican, is becoming the Pope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's and you
My
can't be a
grandpa-
good person to get there. You can't.
My grandpa's a
Dude, you
33rd
can't.
degree
People
Mason.
got a new Pope. Oh, he's a cool guy. No popes are cool. What were you saying? You got an uncle, 33 degree Freemason.
Yeah, my grandpa, a 33rd degree Freemason.
What has he told you? Nothing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
He said we did a lot of plays, so they did a lot of rituals. And at the 30th degree, you become a member of the Knights Templar.
Could you imagine what he went through to get there? I heard there's a lot of hazing. You know, there's a lot of like electrical stuff. You know, like,
Probably.
like the old cattle prod
Yeah.
and whatnot. No,
They do all kinds of shit. I don't know what they do.
They don't want you to fear.
Mm-hmm.
If you walk out, you don't get to know the next deal and all that stuff.
Right. And I mean, people can get out of tickets and stuff from the police. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's crazy, man. It's all about that stuff.
I don't know if it is kind of Freemasonry, though.
It's all Freemasonry and a cult, and they go hand in hand.
Right, it's part of it, yeah. Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut's a crazy movie. It's crazy it was even allowed to come out, really.
And Kubrick died like a week before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I can go all about on that stuff right there. You want to read some comments? I think we're behind. Big time. Yeah, we are. Wookie said, I was in Phoenix when the entire city saw lights. They're talking about the Phoenix lights.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That was in the 90s?
How did you feel about that? I think it was the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, it was in the 90s. They didn't have those. They flipped phones back
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s.
That was intense, though.
Aliens are interdimensional beings. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I kind of do. I do feel like more they can warp through a wormhole. You know, you fold it together. Like there's a space here, and you fold it together, and they come together. But you have to know how to do that from millions of years of being a culture and from different places. Or who knows?
Right, I feel like it's spiritual.
Most missing kids are used for, well, that's what I was, that's kind of what I was hinting at earlier,
I mean, it could be a possibility.
I believe that's a big thing.
I do believe it's real. I don't believe it's fucking fake.
Dude, I think that's 100% truth.
Mm-hmm.
I may not believe 100% in what shape the earth is, but I 100% believe that these rich ass people are out there
doing that shit.
Yeah, I do. And you got that on record now, boys and girls. So yeah, go with that. Catholicism.
Catholicism.
I was reading the word as I
went. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Catholicism
is the pagan representation of Christianity. Well, what do you think about that? I think all organized religion is bad. I don't care what it is.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion right now. I don't think labeling yourself as a certain sect is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think having a personal relationship with whatever God you're talking to, and hopefully it's the right one, is where you need.
But where do you draw that line? Where do you say is the right one or not?
Well, you feel it when you do it, man. I know because I do.
Right.
And I think a lot of people feel that when they pray.
Well, it's true. That is true.
Then it says they're using the Bible as a playbook, trying to push forward prophecy. That's awesome.
I've thought that. I have thought that if they are just using the Book of Revelations and shit as a way to fucking convince people that it has to fucking happen, that we have to let these people take control and usher in the mark of the beast and all this shit. We just have to do it because it's written in the book of Revelations.
But that goes way farther than what you just said. It's not like you just wake up one day and you're like, I read the book of Revelations, let me take over the world. No, it's like a whole system.
Right, there's people that have
been going
these
on for a long time. The Bible's been around for a long time. These are people that's been going on for generations.
Like indoctrinated.
Trying to fulfill these prophecies.
Yeah.
And now they're getting close. Now they're getting
That's why I say you need to watch Utopia. Because they're like, what is your mission? Each person that they have has a mission on this planet. Yeah, what is your purpose? And they each have a purpose to fulfill. Some of it is martyrs. Some of it is something else. Well, but for them, martyrs is like convincing people of the reality of whatever they're trying to create, and they are going to die for it.
That's what I mean. Well, not just that. I mean, the martyr, that's not the full definition. Someone who dies for a cause.
Right. But for them, I mean, they're saying you have a purpose, and that is your purpose, is to help the advancement of this
what is your
corporation.
Purpose? What is your purpose?
Is that a real song?
Yes, Joe Satriani.
Huh.
Glad you asked if it was a song because I didn't even reference.
Right. All right, what's next, Chewy? If God can't stop children.
I think that if God can't stop children from being violated in his own house by his own servants, then what good is he need? Well, that's blasphemy.
Well, I mean, it's a reasonable question, and it's understandable. I do think, it goes back again to each person in each household and stuff manifests their reality and creates what they want to create.
First and foremost, the first thing you have to acknowledge here is that children don't have free will.
Right.
They're not able to defend themselves.
Right, yeah.
That's just the case on that.
Mm-hmm.
And the free will abides on the generations to make the right choices. Us now. It's not that God doesn't exist. It's the fact that people make the wrong choices. And these children pay the price for their actions.
Right. And I don't think, that doesn't go unnoticed. I mean, the things that certain people may do against children.
It's like because I'm anti-vax, And my mom said, well, you got vaccinated when you were in 6th grade for all kinds of things. I said, well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't have this information for me.
Right.
Same as these kids. They don't have the free will, just like I did.
Mm-hmm.
You probably didn't either. A lot of us didn't have free will. We're in the will of our parents when you're young, or whatever happened. Yeah, that's it. Like, God doesn't give you free will from birth. I mean, you kind of have to earn it, maybe to some extent. No, I don't mean that against the kids, but I mean like for the generations and for the lineage, you have to earn it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because the kids don't have the free will. Babies don't.
Right. So they're looking totally to whoever is their leader, pretty much.
I believe we can all have a direct connection to God if you want it. Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
God doesn't step in anymore. He lets things happen. Well, he's always been that way. It's not like any.
But he does step in. That's like the whole hand didn't get crushed or yours didn't blow off. I mean, God steps in sometimes. But everything happens for a reason.
If you believe that's what it was.
I do.
I do too.
All right, what's next?
I don't think Catholics serve God. They sing to Lucifer in Latin right out in the open. Well, I was kind of talking about that stuff. Sorry for a little behind here. Yeah, we got a lot of comments to catch up to.
We can catch up real quick.
Exactly, just like the crowd of people who stood around and watched a lady get graped on a Philly train. I love that term. I mean, graped. I don't love it, but graped, yes. So why does kids reference, I hope.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
Oh, shit, I do remember that.
Holstein is Antichrist. That's 100% true.
Great.
I was Antichrist. That's true too. That's the thing. There's not one, just like you were saying earlier. But there's not, I mean, in your opinion, like one person or thing. It's like, it's an amalgamation of things that
Right.
create something.
Yeah. What'd you say? An amalgamation?
Amalgamation of things, man. You got a lot of things fighting for evil, a lot of things fighting for good.
Right.
The word amalgamation, look it up, bro. Look it up. It's a good word.
It sounds
It's
great.
your word of the day, amalgamation.
Woo. That's a good one.
Mickey Mouse is the Antichrist. Well,
Maybe.
That might be truer than
Hey,
other
boys
one
and girls, I like to drink blood.
I read a theory very deep down a rabbit hole I was diving that said that Chelsea Clinton was the crucible for the Antichrist and we should pay close attention to her pregnancy or child. Well, if you want to believe that kind of, the Clintons are very evil people, setting things up for a long time. We now have Biden in office.
Let me just say.
We got a child coming from.
No, let me say. I don't pay attention to any of these motherfuckers. Fuck them all. Fuck them.
You have to. You gotta know your enemy.
Fuck
you gotta
them.
know your enemy.
Yeah, kind of. But really, if you didn't give them any fucking power, they wouldn't have any fucking power. If nobody fucking paid attention to these motherfuckers, nobody would fucking even know they fucking existed.
Like, everyone wants to go out and hate Star Wars, but they go see Star Wars, and they just want to write about how much they hate Star Wars,
right?
Or the new Marvel movie or whatever.
That's the same fucking thing.
Pay money to go see it. It's
but I mean, a lot of these people. No, it's just
Fuck, it's like going to church when you disagree with them. I don't think ruling your life by ancient fair books written by friends is a very good idea in the first place. You know, I mean, it's all.
I think it's a guidebook. I do.
Yeah, in my opinion as well. There's a lot of bad stuff in there. The Old Testament.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's rough.
God killed like 3,500 people. Yeah.
My dog's going crazy right now. She wants a belly scratch. Don't give her a belly scratch, dude. Scratch her belly. Damn, dude. I'm just asking Dunn to scratch my dog's belly for a minute. She just needs a belly scratch, and she has no attention for you. Chelsea is high up in the cult hierarchy. I'm sure we'll make a. Yeah, well, we're leading into the new generations of this stuff. God doesn't step in the Old Testament. Is God fucking shit up? Oh yeah. Maybe the Old Testament is going to come back around to be the New Testament. You know.
I mean, maybe.
The New Testament.
That's
New
what
Testament
I think there's going to be, like a New Testament. Yeah.
And the Old Testament is good, much more involved. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of the old than the new. I thought it was more metal. All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We've been on for 2 hours almost.
Have we?
Yeah, and
well, I like the New Testament.
It's been a good stream. We'll go on. Let's go on till 11:45. All right, and we'll take just comments the rest of the time. That's what I'd like to do. And then, would you want to perform a song before we go, or no?
Maybe.
He might play a song before the.
I don't know if it's in tune.
And then what? Doesn't matter. We haven't been in tune all night. So it kind of matches. Not right now. We'll go for 10 more minutes. Bro. You gonna tune it out? Tune it up, bro. So most importantly, I just hope you all are doing well and you're figuring out what is right for you in your life, whether it comes to your own body, your religion, the way you feel about the world, UFOs, aliens. It's all very confusing world we're living in. It's crazy world. And the most important thing is what we're doing right now is the discussion of it all. It's being able to talk about it with other people and not judge other people on it. I'm asking you to play right now.
Okay.
play a little background, but I want you to keep talking.
I will. I'm getting familiar with it.
When he says turn people into pillars of salt in global devastation, it's pretty metal compared to turn the other cheek. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, that's why I like metal music. You know, I love metal music, but at the same time, I understand what it represents. But I can't just be all sunshine and flowers with my shit all day. You know what I mean? We all have the light in the dark. We have to accept it. We have to embrace it. We have to know how to control it.
Exactly. Jesus turned the other cheek, yes, but in the end, ultimately, what is he doing? Bringing a fucking sword and cutting down evil, ultimately.
No, not Jesus, but the Lord.
No, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus?
Yes, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, he said,
I
I came not to bring peace, but to bring a sword. And if you do not hate the world, then you are a part of it.
Well, I feel like I agree with Jesus right now.
Seriously. And it's weird because it's like you love the world. I do believe there is heaven on earth. I do believe hell is on earth as well. I believe all of it exists simultaneously. And maybe that's where ghosts come from. Heaven, hell, and earth.
It's just like
all of it. Yeah, just one
amalgamation.
Yes, a fucking amalgamation of every fucking goddamn thing. And God is so good that God doesn't care if you say goddamn, okay? God is amazing. We're supposed
to... Revelation is most, but yeah, there's been many metal albums written from the Bible. Seriously, like especially Revelation. Second coming is supposed to be pretty bad, a pretty major badass. Yeah, you don't want to F with Jesus. You don't want to F.
So I don't know if that necessarily means like we're gonna see someone in clouds, or it's just we're not gonna take people's motherfucking bullshit anymore.
Well, let me ask you something. What do you think about Project Bluebeam?
Well, yeah, that's what I pretty much think the whole alien bullshit is
yeah, it's gonna be fake. But that's not just alien. They're going to try to
control every aspect
with religions with it and say this is your god. If you don't know what Project Bluebeam is, if you're watching right now, it's basically the control that's going to be happening from satellites put up around the world by Elon Musk and all these global companies like Comcast, DirecTV. And just all the billionaires, Jeff Bezos probably. And they're going to try to put in each section of the world that there's a God speaking to this region. And it's going to be UFO alien based. And it's going to try to create a new religion. It's a sad thing. Do you not think so, Dunn? You made me sad with that.
I mean, is it like District 9? Because I like that movie.
That's a good movie. That movie deals with black goo.
It does?
Yeah, you know about the black goo?
And aliens, but they do what any good American would do. And they lock them in a fucking quarantined area.
Well,
the aliens.
Oh, man.
They do, don't they? Don't they?
We're tipping on.
Don't they?
Walking around holes right now.
They put them in a fenced-in area.
We're walking on hot coals right now.
That's a great movie. I would watch that right now.
I haven't.
Do you really?
Yeah. Black goo. You know much about the black goo? I want to do a whole show on that sometime.
I mean, not a whole lot, but I know it's fucked up.
Nanoparticles.
Right.
Can,
do shit.
Affect your DNA. They're trying to make everyone into basically a cell phone. They're trying to make you into a cell phone.
Right, I believe
with injections and black goo.
Meld. What do they call that when you mix humanity and technology?
No. Singularity.
Yeah, singularity.
Similar word. All three.
Either way, I believe spirituality will overcome.
Myth says Jesus doesn't come back to break bread. He's coming with the first time God destroyed the earth with water. Next will be with fire.
I just had that dream. Everything was burning in fire.
Fire, fire. I believe that. So Metal even Dave Mustaine wrote up a song about it. Soundtrack to the Apocalypse, Kill 'Em All, and that's also Metallica. They played back then on the first album, Metallica, Kill 'Em All, Dave Mustaine. I know my stuff. I'm a metal fan. If the Earth is flat, we'll be able to see him coming in the clouds. Well, or the chemtrails.
It says that everyone in the earth will be able to see Jesus. I mean, is it true? I don't know.
That's what they're doing with the satellites. It's from the Antichrist. Mitt says yes, they're trying to turn people into antennas. That's what I'm saying. People with softer on that, we keep twerking. Flat earthers are actually amazing, polite for gathering together and identifying themselves as mentally deficient.
I identify as mentally deficient.
Yeah, well, you know. I think it's more of like a common sense thing. Bad thing to do, man. I really think it's a bad thing. Anytime you call someone crazy right now, if you know that they're, you know.
Hey, Dave Chappelle, don't call someone crazy. It's dismissive. He said that. Because it is dismissive. Exactly. You're not listening to what they have to say.
Conspiracy theorist and everything comes along with it. And you might believe with some,
well, it's all bullshit.
With others. But if you don't listen to all and you put other people down, or if you completely disagree, it's fine. But don't put people down for it. We're on the same page right now looking for the truth. And that's the biggest problem with this community. We're lovely people. We're amazing people. We're thoughtful people. We're critical thinkers. But the problem is, when you don't believe one thing that the rest of us, or some other of us, believe, it shuts you down on the whole thing, and that's not the way it is. That shouldn't be the way it is. We should be able to discuss everything. We should be able to disagree, but we're all on the same boat of trying to get off this planet of bullshit. You agree? So we can't have a mutiny on the boat that's getting out of the bullshit. Can't see if there is flat poison now. I can't either. I said this before. I can't either. Oh, I'm not dismissing it as crazy. I'm dismissing it as stupid. Well.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
It's not fair.
It's fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It's fair.
I don't believe it's fair at all.
I don't feel super smart. That's for sure.
But he's making the point that he has the right to call us stupid.
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean he's right either.
Right. I mean, nobody's explaining NASA's antics.
You can call people stupid all day. It doesn't mean you're right.
Right.
When you feel superiority over someone, it's because you have been so force-fed information that you believe it's one way, and you're like, everyone else is stupid. I'm superior to them. That's what you see with these bitches on The View. These bitches on The View telling everyone what to think. It's fucking ridiculous.
Phases of the moon and the eclipses.
Well, okay. Hey, but I wasn't trying to insult you, but if you're not open to discussion...
Well, that's all he said.
I never insulted you. I said you should be open, and, you know, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Phases of the moon, eclipses, they proved it. It's fine, man. It's fine. Is it?
I mean, if you really, really wanted to continue with the flat earth thing, you could talk about...
Yo, just unleash.
I mean, you could talk about the 24 hours of daylight and darkness, you know, the North Pole and the South Pole, and then the stars and all that shit. And you know, being able to see stuff across long distances.
How about Chicago?
Right, being able to see the skyline and all that shit. I mean, you can talk about that, and they say it's a mirage and this and that, but
the only thing, Wookie, is I don't want you to become an enemy of sorts because you don't agree on one thing, and it's fine, man. If you want to disagree.
Oh, he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean,
I don't think he fucking.
He said Dunn. You know,
I think he's just like boom, throwing it out there.
Oh, fair enough, man.
But I mean, the zodiacs and shit, it all makes sense on flat Earth too. If you talk about a cyclical rotation with the sun and the moon and stuff, and yeah, the revolution.
And by the way, when you say shit like this, you can't expect to not have backlash on it.
Well,
You
yeah.
just can't. Yeah. You just can't.
My whole thing is just like, I listen to my motherfucking senses. And for me, what's up is up. What's down is fucking down. We're not spinning at 1,000 motherfucking miles an hour. Like, you see the clouds and shit.
That's
right, the clouds and shit, and then you got planes flying west and planes flying east. But if it was spent, if the Earth
the fuel is the same.
Right. I mean, none of it makes sense. None of it fucking makes sense.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap this up. You want to wrap it up with a song? You want to play a song?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you go ahead, and I'm gonna give you a little more speed, and then I'll come back. Before we go, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for anyone who wants to be at the after party. No, thanks.
I'm waiting for the summer sun to go down on me. Oh, I'll be feeling better. Wouldn't take too long to figure out who I am, who I'll be. And I'll laugh it all off and wake up the dead, sing for the lost and broken hearted, couldn't care for the cost, our skin must be shed if you ever want to find yourself again. But every time you said it, it never seemed to sink in. Still wanted someone to love you, despite my imperfections. And I was searching in strangers. I became a stranger to myself. Still needed someone to tell me. Still needed someone to tell. And I've been wasting so much time, broken down, alone. Oh, put me back together. Wouldn't take too long to figure out who I am, where they go. Oh, put me back together, and I'll laugh it all off and wake up the dead, sing for the lost and broken hearted, couldn't care for the cost, our skin must be shed if you ever want to find yourself again. Maybe I could be the man I always hoped to be. It's not too late to change my mind, set my spirit free. Get it through my thick fucking skull. Someone I always thought she'd need. Have high hopes for us forever to achieve our dreams. But every time I said it, it never seemed the same again. Still wanted someone to love me, despite my imperfections. And I was searching in strangers. I became a stranger to myself. Still needed someone to tell me. Still needed someone to tell me.
I don't care, I love you off. You can take whatever you want, man. You get a pass to me.
Hell
Hey,
yeah,
man,
get a pass.
You've been a long time watcher, man. There's no hard feelings. We're gonna have disagreements, but we have to all be on the same page of let's critical think. You know what I mean? A lot of people are brainwashed. They don't want to think critically, and as long as we're doing that. Even if we disagree with that,
I just follow logic.
We're still on the same
The whole
page,
thing of gravity and clouds and shit and rotation, none of it fucking adds up, man.
Well, anyways, I'm going to call it a night on here. I think it was a great stream.
It was good. I enjoyed it. Had a good time.
We're going to head backstage. The link is in the description.
Backstage.
If you would like to talk to us, we'll leave it up to like 5 or 10. If no one shows up, that's fine. But if you'd like to come in and speak with us, you're more than welcome to. It's there. And any last
Who's
words?
the Black Angus?
He's a buddy of mine. Black Angus Reviews saying hi off to bed.
Ah, good night. Good night.
Good night, man.
I need a good burger right now. Oh, okay.
Anyways, so cheers.
Cheers!
Hoff signing off. Meet us backstage if you want.